In the vast multiverses of DC and Marvel, two names rise above, even the greatest of gods, Lucifer Morningstar, and the one above all. These aren't just characters. They are concepts, embodiments of ultimate power, philosophy, and narrative force. And when fans pit them against each other, it becomes more than a battle. It becomes a cosmic debate. Lucifer Morningstar, originating from DC Comics, Sandman universe, and developed further in the Vertigo series, is a being born from the highest realm of heaven, second only to the presence. He is the fallen Lightbringer, the one who defied God and walked away from his throne, not in defeat, but in self-liberation. His story isn't about rage or conquest. It is about free will, self-identity, and the refusal to play a role written for him. On the other hand, the one above all is the supreme being of the Marvel Universe. It is not a god among gods, but the singular source of all that exists in Marvel continuity, representing the writer, the creator, and the omniscient hand behind every panel and every event. TOAA is seen as the final word in the hierarchy of cosmic authority. This battle isn't just omnipotence versus omnipotence. It is freedom versus authorship, the rebel versus the creator, narrative rejection versus narrative embodiment. And in this ultimate showdown, we will explore their origins, their powers, their philosophies, and what truly sets them apart in a clash beyond comprehension. The supreme creator, who is the one above all? The one above all, TOAA, is the Marvel Universe's answer to absolute divinity. First mentioned in Fantastic Four and later glimpsed across various cosmic titles, TOAA is credited with creating the multiverse, the cosmic hierarchy, and even the most powerful entities like the living tribunal, eternity, infinity, and death. TOAA embodies omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence. It exists beyond time and space, unrestricted by the limits of continuity or logic. It is often portrayed as a force of ultimate compassion and creation, reflecting the idea that TOAA represents not only the writers, but the narrative potential of Marvel itself. When TOAA speaks, reality listens. It can alter time, reset stories, and erase existence with a thought. Even beings like the Beyonders, who destroyed the entire multiverse, are considered below TOAA's status. It exists on a layer where storytelling and creation merge, where there is no such thing as opposition because TOAA has no equals. However, TOAA rarely intervenes. Its power is so great that its presence in the narrative is minimal. It chooses to act through avatars or allow creation to run its course. This passivity is not weakness, but a reflection of its detachment from the need to prove anything. TOAA simply is. In one of its few notable appearances, TOAA revived the living tribunal and spoke to Peter Parker, revealing a compassionate side and a deeper philosophy about suffering, balance, and meaning. Unlike wrathful gods or calculating celestials, TOAA acts with an understanding beyond mortal comprehension. The fallen Lightbringer, who is Lucifer Morningstar? Lucifer Morningstar is more than a devil. He's the original rebel. Born as Samael, the Morningstar, he was God's mightiest creation, forged from the light of heaven. But Lucifer chose rebellion not out of pride, but because he refused to be a puppet. He stepped away from God's plan, walked out of heaven, and declared his independence. In DC and Vertigo continuity, Lucifer rules hell for a time before abandoning it altogether, passing the key to others and choosing instead to create his own universe, powered by his own will. That single act, creating something from nothing, without relying on the presence or any external source, was his declaration of divine independence. Lucifer wields power on par with the greatest cosmic forces. He can manipulate reality, bend time, traverse multiverses, and even walk within the overvoid and metafictional realm that exists outside the narrative boundaries of DC Comics. In the overvoid, he isn't just part of the story. He exists beyond the story. More than his strength, Lucifer's mind is his true weapon. He is a master manipulator, philosopher, and strategist. He does not fight with rage or brute force, but with purpose, intellect, and a complete disregard for the roles others assign him. Lucifer is unique because he does not desire the throne of God. He does not want to become his father. He wants to be free from the story itself. As Mike Carey, the writer of his solo series, stated, Lucifer is not written, he writes himself. He is the only character in mainstream comics known to reject the narrative and walk away, carving out his own existence, in defiance of all things. Concept versus concept. Narrative, free will, and cosmic intention. This battle is not about who can punch harder. It is about what these characters represent. The one above all symbolizes the ultimate creator, the idea that everything, from the smallest moment to the grandest war, is guided by the writer's hand. TOAA represents narrative determinism, where every event has purpose and order. Lucifer, however, represents rejection of that very concept. He is the force that steps out of the story and declares that destiny is a chain. Lucifer does just want to break free from his role. He wants to transcend the framework entirely. He is not a tool, not a theme, not even a character. He is self-aware willpower. TOAA creates meaning. Lucifer rejects meaning imposed upon him. TOAA builds the canvas of reality. Lucifer walks off the canvas and keeps walking. Philosophically, TOAA may have more control, but Lucifer has more resistance to control. This makes him the one variable TOAA might never fully govern. TOAA would create stories with Lucifer in them, but Lucifer would reject those stories and write his own. It's an eternal paradox. TOAA is the writer, but Lucifer is the character who refuses to be written. Cosmic feats and beyond, who really outscales who? When comparing feats, both entities operate on nearly boundless scales. TOAA created the Marvel multiverse, encompassing infinite dimensions, timelines, and realms. It empowered the living tribunal, the multiversal judge. TOAA is above the Beyonders, who wiped out multiverses effortlessly. Yet, Lucifer exists in a realm where even those creations would be considered fiction. Lucifer created his own multiverse with no divine assistance. He fought his brother Michael, the being who holds the power of creation itself, and triumphed. He walked through the Overvoid, the very page on which DC stories are written, and retained his identity. He can perceive narrative structure, break the fourth wall on a metaphysical level, and even defy the presence the DC equivalent of TOAA. TOAA exists in the highest Marvel hierarchy, but Lucifer may operate outside of hierarchy altogether. He is not bound by creation, because he separated himself from the creator. He is not just multiversal or omniversal, he is metafictionally free. That does to make him stronger than TOAA in a physical sense, but it does place him in a unique category. While TOAA writes the stories, Lucifer refuses to be part of any. In that way, he surpasses the boundaries even the one above all operates within. Final verdict: who wins beyond omnipotence? So, who wins in the ultimate clash between the one above all and Lucifer Morningstar? In terms of pure omnipotence, the one above all cannot be surpassed. As the supreme creator of Marvel, it defines what existence is. Any being, any power, any concept falls under TOAA's gaze and design. But Lucifer Morningstar is not interested in that design. He is the anomaly that defies narrative, the only being who can walk away from destiny, the only one who can say no to the script and live outside it. So in a conventional sense, TOAA is superior, but in a metafictional sense, Lucifer might just be untouchable. Lucifer wins not by destroying TOAA. He wins by refusing to be part of the story TOAA is telling. He wins by walking off the page. Winner, Lucifer Morningstar, because sometimes the greatest power is not in writing the story, but in refusing to be bound by it. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching and stay happy and healthy.